Hi there, and today we are going to learn about how to print in Clickup. So here I am in my Clickup workspace, and I will show you some different ways in how you can print your different views here in Clickup. So unfortunately, Clickup doesn't have a lot of ways to print the specific views right here. So for the other features, we just need to do some workaround so that we can print our specific views here in ClickUp. So one way that you can immediately print your views right here in ClickUp is by printing specific tasks. So for example, I will go to all tasks right here and I will select a specific task. So for example, I will select task 1, and then from here you can click on the three dots right here or the ellipsis. So you can open the task settings, and then we will have the print option right here. So you can just click on it, and then you will have this print preview where it will display the view right here of your specific task. So right now it is in landscape. So let's change this to portrait, and then you can see the print preview right here along with the task details as well as the comments. So if your task has comments right here. So that is one way that you can print some features right here in ClickUp. So for example, if I go to another task like task 2, you will still have the option right here to print this task. And as you can see, I don't have any comments for these tasks. So it just looks like this for the activity. And then we have the task details right here. And then what if you want to print all of your tasks right here? So unfortunately, you don't have a feature to do that. So for example, if I go to customize, we can see the print option right here. What we can do is that we can export the view, but we will only be limited to exporting the view in a CSV format or an Excel format. So if I do that, so for example, if I download it, you need to have the business account to do it. So since I have a free account, I don't really have that option. What we can do is that we can open the snipping tool right here in Windows so that we can take a screenshot of the task right here or the list. So for example, I will screenshot this project 1 task list for the test workspace. So I will copy this. Then we can open Microsoft Word, and then we can paste the screenshot right here. And then if you want to include the other tasks, so let's just go back. For example, this one, the project 2, I can just go ahead, screenshot, then paste it in Microsoft Word. And then from here, we can just go to file and then print. And then we can print our task view right here. So we can have project 1 and project 2 tasks all in the same page. And then let's go back. So that will be the common way that we can print different views right here in ClickUp. Since the only way we can have a direct print is by clicking task right here and then clicking the ellipsis and then clicking on print. So for all of the other views, you don't really have that option. So what we can do is that we can screenshot and then we can just paste it right here in Word. What you can also do, you can just press the Control key on your keyboard and then the letter P key on your keyboard at the same time. So if I do that, it will open the print preview and then it will display the current view right here in the print preview. So we can print it in this way if you want. Then we can change the layout to landscape or portrait. But keep in mind that it will only print the specific view that it has in the browser. So for example, I only have project 1 and project 2 right here, but it doesn't include this list right here that says get started with ClickUp. So I will need to scroll down here first before pressing the control key and then the letter P key so that we can see the list right here. So I guess it doesn't adjust the print preview according to the browser. So it just displays it like that. So what you need to do is that you need to go to the actual project right here so that you can see the list. And then when you click Control P again, and then this list will show right here in the print preview. So for example, let's go to another type of view. So for example, for board, we don't really have the option to export this view. So what we can do again, that we can just screenshot, then go to Word, and then paste the screenshot right here. And then for the other views, for example, for the calendar, we don't really have an option to export this view. So we can just press Ctrl P on the keyboard so that we will have a print preview right here. Or we can just go ahead and take a screenshot of the calendar and put it in Microsoft Word. Another way for the Gantt chart. So if you have the business plan, you can go to Customize and then scroll down, and then you will have an export view right here. And then from here, you can export this view to PDF. But you need to have the business plan feature. So that is another way that you can export your view to PDF right here when viewing a Gantt chart so that you can print it. Then for the table, go to Customize, go to Export View, and then you can export it in an Excel file, but you still need to have the business feature. So if not, you can just go ahead, take a screenshot, and then just paste it in Microsoft Word, then proceed to print that specific page. And then that is basically it. So if you have a document, for example, right here, I have project notes and I have a document right here for project 1. So for example, I'll insert some information right here, like a banner, a completed task, for example. Like for example, I have this document. What we can do, we can go right here to settings, and then we can export this document as a PDF. And then as you can see, it will be downloaded right here. But there seems to be a problem when I downloaded it. So I'll just change the extension to PDF. And then we can open this, and then we have the document right here in a PDF file. And then you can go ahead and print this as normal. So that is a efficient way to print documents right here in your ClickUp. But for all of the other views, you just need to screenshot and paste it in Word so that you can print them. And then that is it. So I hope you learn how to do it, and thank you for watching.